You know, our words are containers, and we can fill them full of light or darkness or life or death or love or hate, depending on what kingdom we are plugged into at the time. And the reason I say this is to make the point that these social media commentators like Tucker Carlson over there in America, or Candace Owens, or this new bloke Nick Fuentes, or the various ones over here in Australia and various locations around the world, they can sit there, they can quote the Bible, they can tell you what it is to be a Christian, what you need to do to become a Christian, and they can say it with such conviction. And yet, in the same mouthful, in the same conversation, they can use such vile language, and they do so without any restraint and any sense of remorse. And I'm not trying to sound sanctimonious or self-righteous in saying that. We all swear. I certainly have. But it's something that I do not like. And I believe that there is a spiritual dimension to foul language, which I don't like. And as a believer, I do not like using offensive language. And I'm very quick to put it right when I do. And but these people don't. There's no sense of remorse about them. And it really, it exposes their facade. It exposes their insincerity. And they claim to be one thing. They claim to be believers, and yet by their language, they expose themselves as frauds. And you know, the reason I say this is to those people in particular that are maybe unsure where you stand in relation to Israel. And I want to encourage you to listen to the words of these people. Certainly do your research, study the biblical history, study history in general, and I'm sure that you'll quickly make the right decision on that alone. But if nothing else, look at the words, listen to the words, listen to the spirit behind the words and within the words of these people. The spirit behind these people. It is literally often coming from the words of hatred, the vile, hateful antisemitism that the likes of these people continually spew is literally coming from the pit of hell. And I think it's very, very, very telling of these people. And I believe that it really highlights the fact that this whole issue with Israel is a very spiritual issue, and it really highlights the hatred that Satan has for the people of God. It highlights the fact that God's hand is upon Israel and the Jewish people, and it highlights the fact that Satan has an absolute insane hatred for Israel and the Jewish people. So I hope that encourages you. Listen to the words of these people and get a feel for the spirit in the words of hatred that these people are speaking. Even though it may be cloaked in Christianese or spiritual language or self-righteous language, listen to the spirit behind it. And I think if you are a discerning enough person, I think you will be able to make a decision in relation to where you should stand with this very, very important issue.